We are in 10-10 portal. 10-10 portal is a powerful cycle breaker, i.e., one cycle is ending and a new cycle is about to rebirth. So, how do you work with that energy? Well, this is about looking back and going, what have I released? What have I just worked through? Where am I about to up level? And once you know where you are up leveling, where you are working through, it's about planting those seeds of potential. What are you calling in at the moment? How are you aligning with your soul? Remember, this journey is a journey of unbecoming. This journey is a journey of deep transformation. But one thing that people don't talk about, because we talk about being in the energy and being in that beautiful frequency and allowing and being in a surrendered state. But also within that vibration, there is also an action taking state. This is not where you're trying to control, but what actions, what seeds of potential are you planting? And this on a 10-10 portal energy is a seeds of potential. You are now moving into a new cycle, getting ready for that 2026 frequency and energy. And let me tell you, that energy is a merging energy, it is a higher frequency. So you can keep yourself in that, locked in that prison, locked in that cage, locked in that mind and ego of trying to decipher every sign and synchronicity, or you can set yourself free and go, I know those signs and synchronicities are showing up for me. Of course, they're showing up for me. I'm on an awakening journey. I'm on a journey back to the truth self, back to the soul. I am aligning with my soul. And as I align with frequency, guess what? Divine masculine aligns because you work in this beautiful frequency. The key, though, and the key to know is that you are learning how to balance the frequency. And that's why, as you shift along the journey, and I'm talking now a little bit further down the line. So, if you're in the early stages of obsession and trying to figure out the journey and desperately seeking, this maybe isn't for you now. This is for when you're further on in the journey. And so it's really good. Save the video, keep the video so you know what to do. Because there comes a point on the journey when divine masculine has come back in and you're starting to recognize now that you don't need to be triggered. You can actually work through those core wounds without going into those big separations. And in that frequency, what happens is divine masculine starts to orbit. You both start to orbit the same frequency. And you'll have seen this. You'll have seen this in the early stages where you had those crossovers, maybe years before, where you were in similar places or you had similar thoughts or feelings or similar choices you made that were virtually a crossover. And how did you not meet? How did you not come together? That was because the soul was balancing that energy, that one frequency, that third energetic field. And so, this is why you will orbit. You will come into places where you are orbiting each other's frequency. And when the frequency gets too much, it pulls away. But what you're learning how to do is balance the shared energetic field. And so you will know when that energy is coming in because you will start to see it in the music, in signs, in certain spirit guides, because our animal spirits are also guiding on this journey. So that stag energy, that swan energy, that butterfly energy, the birds on this journey, you will have a unique spirit animal guide to your journey. And you will see that as things are starting to change. But here's the shadow part. While ever you are trying to decipher the universe's codes and whispers to you, when you're trying to translate it into mind and ego, it will trip you up. remember on this journey is not about you staying in waiting energy, divine feminine. This is about you going, I am lit. I am standing in my sovereignty. I am standing in my light. And yes, thank you, universe. I always tip my head and go, thank you, universe, for showing me that sign. Now I get on with my day. Now I start to create. Now I stand in my power. Now I stand in my sovereignty light. What is my soul calling me back to? And there again, there's another sign and synchronicity. And the signs and synchronicities will show you that you are on the right path and that you are surrendering to the journey, that you are releasing. And sometimes there's loads. The 111s come through, the 1111, that is 1111 is a very, very key number on this journey. That swan energy is a very key spirit animal. There are others as well with 222s, 333s, 44, the 17, the 18s. Those signs, those number signs will show you. Certain music will guide you where you'll go, my goodness, I know this. And you will feel it at a deep soul level, only then to see it in your reality. What I want to remind you is everything happens energetically before it is brought into form. So that's why you have this deep knowing, this deep feeling. That's why you see the signs and synchronicities way before anything happens. And so this is why it is about you being able to hold your light. Get out of waiting energy. Often people will say, but I need to know, Kat, if I'm on a twin flame journey. You don't need to know, because this journey is happening for you. It's actually happening to you, so you can expand and grow. Don't make union the end goal. And I know if you're in the early stages, union will all be what you're thinking of. How do I get union? How do I create union? I just want union. But while ever you are focused on outcome, obsessed with outcome, focused only on that cherry, I only want that cherry, I only want the golden carrot, I'm only obsessed about the golden carrot. Guess what? That golden carrot is always going to stay just out of reach. It's always going to dangle there. This is about you going, I pull back my energy. I pull back my frequency. I know, and I trust that I am on this journey, and I allow the universe to take me on a journey. I allow myself to expand. One of the main things about this journey is aligning with your soul purpose. You didn't come here by mistake. You came here because your soul held a vibration, and that vibration is healing. That vibration has light frequency, light coding in it, and you are able to transmute that frequency into the ley lines, into the whale lines, into the crystal lines. And that is healing for Gaia. And when that vibration starts to take hold, everything starts to be revealed. The veil is dropped and the truth is always given. This journey is a journey like no other. It will break you open time and time again. The signs and synchronicities are your tips to the universe, tipping their top hat, the universe going, you're on the right path. Keep going. Keep going. Make this journey about you. If you need to know how to start to surrender, how to detox, how to balance the energy so you don't go into another separation, because let's face it, you can bring divine masculine back in when you surrender, but then when you surrender and then you get triggered again, how do you hold that sovereign frequency so you are able to orbit and come in to that one frequency? My website is there. It has everything on there, whether you are learning how to work with your spiritual gifts, whether you want to understand the A to Z of the twin flame journey and how to work with that frequency so you're able to orbit and come into that one frequency. It is all there on my website. Even if you are like, I am ready to align with my soul purpose, I am ready to create freedom and abundance. I send you much love.